Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I have a monthly favourites video to share with you today. It's the school summer holidays, so I'm going to try and get through it as quickly as possible because it's pretty likely that at least one of my 4 kids is going to arrive in the room at any given moment. Actually, talking about the school holidays, that is one of my favourites for this month. I'm so excited to spend some time with them all and not have to do a school run for 6 weeks. Ask me in a couple of weeks' time if it's still one of my favourites, and the answer will probably be very different, but for now I'm really excited for the summer holidays and spending some time all together as a family. So my first favourite for the month is this book, and I saw this mentioned a few times on Instagram by various people that I follow, and it's essentially a weaning book, and Marnie is 12 months old, so she's kind of past the initial weaning stage, and this does talk a lot about that, so it's probably ideal for somebody who's just starting out with weaning. But it's also really good for older babies, and this appealed to me because I feel like I've really lost my, inspiration when it comes to feeding Marnie. She's pretty much eating the same as we eat now, either mashed or just kept up very small, so it's not so much that I need to make her something herself individually. But I just feel like I made so much more of an effort with the other 3 when it came to their food, and especially as they were becoming toddlers, I made a real effort to make sure they were exploring a wide range of flavours and textures and things like that, whereas Marnie just tends to get whatever we're having. And I also feel like I'm losing inspiration when it comes to our food as well. So I just needed a bit of a kick up the bum, to be honest, and this book is brilliant. It's full of really exciting recipes, things that are a little bit different and things that you wouldn't necessarily consider as recipes for a baby or a toddler. And I like that the recipes are for adults and kids, so if I show you, it says that this, for instance, this recipe will feed 2 adults and 2 little ones. So I can either make this recipe and know that it will feed all 4 of my kids, or I can just double up and I know that it'll feed the whole family. So it's really well set out in that way. I really like the way it's written. It's enjoyable to read, and I actually think the author started out with a blog and her Instagram. Her name is Beth Bentley. I didn't actually follow the Instagram account before buying the book. I got this purely off recommendation from other people. But just to give you an idea of the kind of thing in the book, there are things like baby shakshuka, baby smoothie bowls. This one is a big hit with Marnie because she loves sweet corn. It's corn fritters, and it's just simply eggs, flour, paprika and sweet corn, and you just top them with cheese, and it's such a simple idea, but I wouldn't have thought to do that, and she loves sweet corn, so she really enjoyed that. I haven't made loads from the book yet, but I've already marked out at least a dozen recipes that I want to try, so it's just a really inspiring, different, fun book, and just full of great ideas for food for your baby or toddler. My next favourite is slightly odd, but I have genuinely enjoyed using them for the last month, so I thought I would mention them on the off chance that it might be of interest to you. And it is reusable ice cubes. I didn't know these things existed until I saw them in, until I saw them in Poundland, and they were £1, obviously. And they're just little plastic ice cube things filled with water. Put these in the freezer, then pop them in your drink. Obviously they're reusable, just wash them and refreeze them. But the best thing about them is that they don't dilute your gin. That alone was reason enough to include them in my favourites this month. The kids love them too, but not because of the gin thing. Moving on to a couple of beauty bits, and this first product is literally life-changing. I can't get enough of it. I saw, again, this is another one, Instagram made me do it. I saw the Anna Edit recommended this along with a couple of other people, and it is as good as they said it is. It's the Kiehl's Glow Formula Skin Hydrator, and it is so good. It's basically it's like a serum, but it's got a slight tint to it. Not so much that it gives any coverage, but it just makes your skin look really healthy and glowing, and it really does hydrate your skin really well. For some strange reason, I wasn't moisturising in the morning before I bought this. I moisturise with oils and serums at night, and then in the morning I was just cleansing my face and putting a tinted moisturiser on and skipping out any hydration before that, and I was starting to notice that my skin wasn't looking its best. So after seeing this recommended so many times, I decided to give it a go. It wasn't that expensive, if I remember rightly, for a Kiehl's product. I think it was around the £20-something mark. I'll leave the link for you below so you can go and check it out. But it's just brilliant. It's really comfortable on your skin and it does give you a fantastic glow. The only thing I wish it had was an SPF, because that would make it perfect. But that aside, I would definitely recommend having a look. Another beauty product, this time a self-tanner. Me and self-tanners do not normally mix. I've had my fair share of tanning disasters, let me tell you. Lots of streaky knees, orange elbows, funny marks around my wrists and things like that. I'm not great at it. I just don't have the patience to blend. I get bored, I slap it on and I just can't be bothered to sit there with my mitt blending it all in circular motions. I just haven't got the time. This is a genius product. And again, I think I saw this on Instagram or a YouTube video. It's the Isle of Paradise Light Self-Tanning Water. For somebody who's rubbish at fake tanning like me, and trust me, I really am terrible, it's pretty foolproof. It is literally water, so you just spray it on and then blend it in with a mitt, but it blends in so easily. It's not like a cream where you have to really work it into the skin. It doesn't collect in places. It just goes on really easily, blends really easily, dries quickly, which is a big one for me because I hate that tacky, sticky feeling. And the results I've had so far, I think I've used it 3 or 4 times, so I've been using it over a month, and they've just been brilliant. It's a great colour, it's not too orange or too much. I went for the light option. I think you can get light and medium. Yeah, it's just really natural and it doesn't smell too bad either, which is a bonus because my husband really hates that fake tan smell. So I think I got this on a special offer in Boots, and I think it was around the £15 mark full price, and I think I paid 12 for it with an offer. But if you're looking for a fake tan and you're rubbish at it, give this one a go. The next item I'm mentioning purely because it was such a bargain and I think it looks so much more expensive than it is, and it is this vase from Primark. As soon as I saw it on the shelf, I grabbed it straight away. I think it looks so much more expensive than it is. It was only £5 and it's a decent size. It's really tactile as well. It's like got different textures. I think that's really lovely for the price, and it's in stores at the moment if you fancy getting one for yourself. The next item is an old favourite of mine that I actually was bought years ago by a friend, loved it, used it all up, forgot about it, and now I've rediscovered it all over again. And it is this candle by, I think the company's Lily Flame, but it's the fairy dust one. I bought this from Amazon, and the second I lit it, it just took me back. The reason I love it so much, I should explain, is that the smell reminds me of the Disneyland hotel in Paris. If you've been into that hotel, you will know the scent I mean, and it's actually a thing in like Disney, in the Disney community, people trying to work out what the smell is and duplicate it in other ways. I know this because I googled it when we got back years ago, and you can actually buy the fragrance from the gift store in the hotel, but it's really expensive, so I was trying to recreate it. Long story short, my friend bought me this for my birthday not long after our trip to Disneyland, and as soon as I smelt it, it reminded me so much of the Disney hotel. So I hadn't used this for ages, and now it's like, I can't describe it. I can't describe it to you. I'd be utterly useless if I tried. But if you haven't smelt it and you like sweet Disney type scents, I'm sure you will really like this. Also, I'm trying to convince my husband that we need to go back to Disney World in Florida next year. I'm desperate to go back, so in the meantime I'm consoling myself with this. My next favourite of the month are podcasts. I've been listening to podcasts for a while, but I've really got into them this month and I've listened to them far more than normal. There are 3 that I'm particularly enjoying. The first is RuPaul and Michelle Visage. If you watch RuPaul's Drag Race, you probably will have heard of his podcast. It's called What's the Tea, and it's just really entertaining. Don't listen to it when you're around the kids because there's a lot of like language, but if you've got your headphones in or you're on your own, it's just funny. If you like that kind of thing and you like RuPaul's Drag Race, you'll definitely enjoy it. They've got great guests. They had Lena Dunham from Girls on there not so long ago. That's one of the episodes I listened to last. That was really good. It's just really fun to listen to. The one I've discovered most recently is the Emma Guns show. It's brilliant, especially if you work in the social media, YouTube, Instagram space. She's got some great guests. She had Dom from Gleam, Lily Pebbles, Pixie Woo, Sam Chapman, Ruth Crilly from A Model Recommends, just people that I watch a lot anyway, so I just found it really fascinating to listen to them being interviewed by her. As well as interviewing people, she also has a little thing that she does I think it's every week, called 26 Habits, where she tries something new every week or every couple of weeks. So at the moment she's exploring the benefits of waking up early. She's tried certain types of diets. It's just her trying new things and telling her listeners how she gets on with them, so that's quite interesting. Again, it's just a really easy listen and I've thoroughly enjoyed it this month. And the last podcast I've really enjoyed this month is the second season of At Home with Anna and Lily, or Lily and Anna. So Lily Pebbles and the Anna edit. I loved the first series and the second one has been just as good, if not better. They have fantastic guests and I just like their chemistry and how they work together. And it's just like sitting down for a cup of tea with a couple of good friends and having a natter. So those are 3 that you should definitely check out if you're looking for something new to listen to. My final favourite of the month is an Instagram account, and I actually came across it via a friend of mine, SJ, who is another Instagram account you should follow if you don't already, although I'm sure you do. I love SJ's account. She has the most amazing style, beautiful children. I will leave her account as well below. That is definitely a favourite of mine. But the account that she recommended is called The Bird's Papaya, and it's just, I'm obsessed. Her Instagram stories are brilliant. Her photos are incredible. She's a mum of 3. I think she's in Canada. She's just so inspiring and positive, and she really lifts my spirits. When I see a post from her or watch her stories, she just lifts my mood. So do go and check her out if you're not already following her. I'd love to hear your favourite Instagram accounts actually. I'm always on the lookout for new ones to follow. So give me a comment below to let me know whose feed you're enjoying at the moment. So those are my favourites for the month of July. I hope you enjoyed hearing about them. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!